Menu narration option is set to off.
Welcome to the house that Rockne built. Leahy turned into legacy, Parsegan renovated, and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Him on the ground at the 20. So Notre Dame's offense will get the first crack at it here. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Touch pass on the run. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. On the move, it's Edwards. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the back. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. They're going to ride this running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Pumps it downfield. Nobody fooled with the trickeration. It'll bring up 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Hokies offense will get the ball for the first time. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
That's a great job on the blitz, getting the sack, showing you his speed right there. And with that play, he's making some of the great Golden Domer linebackers of old proud. Guys like Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith. How about Michael Stonebridge, one of the all-time great names in college?
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The Hokies send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Slips through the line. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit in this one.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. From the gun, the ground game. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And listen, QB job number 1, take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Leaves it with the back. tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up a running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Now on the option. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. LSU delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Baton Rouge. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's got it again. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Keith. He's loose. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal. Power football with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hokies. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They go to the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Going with the ground game left. Turns it on at midfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the running back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down. Offense getting set for 1st down. Wide out in motion. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
The give from the gun. Plows through the defense. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. And the Hokies decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. This guy can throw it. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Slides away. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Hokies will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a 1st down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. To the ground with the back. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. They'll try to pick up the 1st. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
That man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Bender. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Hokies will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On the move, it's Edwards. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here come the Irish, back on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Throws it in. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. The running back has it. Trucks through the defender. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The big pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 1. On the run, it's Young. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the 1st down.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. The throw. He makes the catch. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Goes to the option. Touchdown, Irish! They take the lead with the 6.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
14, Virginia Tech.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out fast. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He's got great speed. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Gets it out quickly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
The defense was all over it. They know third down, the quarterback can be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
All right, so they fail on that fourth down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They're just trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Running back goes in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
And I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, Dave.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just see what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
Let's see what they've got on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Catch in the middle, it's Wiggins. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
First down for the offense.
He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Fitzgerald. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Irish! And once he got loose, it was all over. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
Still on the 35-yard line. They'll try it again on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. The give to the left. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to